Good morning, everyone. My name is Liberty Mondares. Cyrus and I will going to discuss the policing system in Mexico, covering the short details about their country, overview of police system, yung mga name ng agencies, department, ranks, and type of law enforcement nila, kung centralized or decentralized ba ang Mexico. Estimated the strength, short history of their police system, organizational structure, recruitment kung paano makapasok sa law enforcement agencies sa Mexico. Yung mga firearm types of weapons, equipments, types of uniform, rank and insignia, and yung mga best practices or reform ng Mexico's police system.
Good day, sir. Our topic for today, sir, is policing system in Mexico, presented by my groupmate Mondares, Liberty, and me, sir, Miguel, Cyrus, Nicole. So let's talk about the history of Mexico. Mexico, country of southern North America and the third largest country in Latin America, after Brazil and Argentina. Mexican society is characterized by extreme of wealth and poverty, with a limited middle class wedge between an elite cadre of landowners and investors on the one hand and masses of rural and urban poor on the other. But despite in the challenge it faces as a developing country, Mexico is one of the chief economic and political forces in Latin America. It has dynamic industrial base, vast mineral resources, and wide ranges services sector, and the world's largest population of Spanish speakers, about 2.5 times that of Spain or Colombia. As its official name suggests, the Estados Unidos Mexicanos. This is the overview of police system in Mexico. First is National Guard, Federal Police, State Police, Municipal Police, and lastly is Policia Federal. The type of law enforcement in Mexico. The centralized system. First is in federal. There is National Guard, Police Federal Ministerial. Next is state. In state, there is State Judicial Police, State Preventive Police. Next is municipal. In municipal, there is municipal police only. Lastly is specialized. In specialized, there is gendarmeria. Then let's talk about their estimated strength. In National Guard, there is 110,000. In Federal Police, there is 40,000. In State Police, there is 250,000. In Municipal Police, there is 150,000. So, a total of approximately 550,000. Estimated strength. This department. In law enforcement services in Mexico are shared between federal borders, traffic, state, and municipal police. Next is ranks. In federal police, there is police officer, sub-inspector, inspector, chief of the area, chief of division, deputy commissioner, and lastly is commissioner.
Rank of police officers in Mexico. First, the Federal Police, prior to 2019, now part of the National Guard. The lowest rank of federal police in Mexico as police officer is the basic rank for officers to carrying out law enforcement duties. Second, sub-inspector. Assist inspectors in overseeing operations and personnel. Inspector, sila yung mga nagsusupervise sa mga officer and operations at a regional or divisional level. Chief of area, sila yung mga nagmamanage sa particular geographic areas or specialized unit. Chief of division, responsible for a specific operational division. Deputy commissioner, second in command, assist the commissioner. Commissioner is the highest rank of federal police in Mexico. They are responsible for the overall command of the force.
Next is National Guard. There is police officer, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, lieutenant colonel, colonel, and general. Next is in the state and municipal police. Police officer, sergeant, inspector, commander, deputy chief, and chief of police. The history of Mexico's police system. The police system in Mexico has a long complex history dating back to the colonial era. During Spanish rule, in 1521 to 1821, public order was maintained through local militia and the guards known as alcades mayores, who combined judicial, administrative, and policing powers. After independence in 1821, Mexico's new government struggled with political instability, leading to the formation of various regional militias and informal law enforcement agencies. So noong 1521, para lang daw ma-maintain yung public order, ay dahil sa militias and guard known as alcades mayores. Yun lamang daw ang dahilan para maintain ang peace and order. By the late 19th centuries, President Porfirio Diaz sought to centralize control, creating the Rurales, a rural police force focused on securing rural areas and protecting his regime. However, the Mexico Revolution 1910 to 1920 dissolved much as of this system, leading to further decentralization. Local and state police agencies, often influenced by regional power struggles, were established with varying level of authority. So noong panahon daw ni Porfirio Diaz, ang mga rurales, isang pulisya na naproprotekta sa mga kanayunan at sumusuporta sa kanyang pamahalaan. Noong 1910 daw to 1920, merong revolusyon na nagwasak sa sistemang ito at lumikha ng iba't ibang lokal at estadong pulisya na madalas ay naapektuhan ng mga alitang pampulitika. In the 20th century, Mexico expanded federal policing to combat escalating crime and the rise of the drug cartels. The Federal Security Directorate was created in 1940s. Though it faces criticism for human rights abuses and corruption, by the 1980s, corruption within the police force was pervasive, especially with the cartel infiltration. So noong 18th century daw, sa kadahilan ng tumataas ang crime rate, nabuo ang Federal Security Directorate noong 1940s. The early 20s saw a push to reform the police system. Efforts included the establishment of the Federal Police in 2009 and the more recent creation of the National Guard in 2019. These reforms aims to reduce corruption and improve coordination in combating organized crime. Though issues of corruption and human rights abuses persist within Mexico's policing system. So ang Mexico ay nagkaroon ng seryosong pagsisikap na baguhin ang sistema ng pulisya simula noong 20s. Dahil sa pagtuloy na isyu ng katiwalian at malawakang organisasyong krimen, upang maging mas epektibo ang pagpapatupad ng batas at mas mapabuti ang koordinasyon, itinatag nila ang Federal Police System noong 2009. At kalaunan, ang National Guard noong 2019, layunin ng mga pagbabagong ito na mabawasan ang katiwalian sa pulisya at masugpo ang krimen. Subalit hanggang ngayon ay may mga hamon pa rin na usaping katiwalaan at karapatan pantao sa kanilang sistema ng pulisya. So let's talk about organizational structure. The organizational structure of the police system in Mexico is decentralized, with distinct roles at the federal, state, and municipal levels. Each level has its own command structure and areas of responsibility overseen by corresponding government authorities. So there are three levels. First is federal level, state level, and municipal level. So first is federal level. So federal level is a National Guard or Guardia Nacional. This Mexico primary federal law enforcement agency formed in 2019 to address national security threat, organized crime, and major law enforcement action. Operating under the Secretariat of Security and Citizen Protection, It combines resources from the former federal police, army, and navy to handle serious criminal cases, protect federal infrastructure, and support local agencies. While in the military, army, and navy, it's not involved in civilian policing. It assists in violence areas and work with the National Guard and state police aid against organized crime and drug cartels. Next is municipal level. So, municipal police, localized force managed by the city or town government, responsible for community policing, handling minor offenses, traffic, and local crime prevention. They operate independently but depend on state and federal support for complete cases. While in auxiliary and preventive unit, they specialize in municipal unit focus on tasks like public event security, school patrols, and specific community safety needs. And last is state level. So, state police. Each of Mexico's 32 states has its own police force, managed by state-level Secretariat of Public Security. State police handle regional law enforcement, serious investigation, and support municipal forces. They are generally reorganized into: first is preventive police, investigative or judicial police, and lastly is specialized unit. So first, preventive police. They only focus on crime prevention and public order. Second, investigative or judicial police. They only conduct criminal investigation and support prosecution, often under the state attorney general. And lastly, specialized unit. Tasks with specific duties such as anti-narcotics, SWAT, or rapid response.
Recruitment, eligibility and requirements kung paano ka makapasok sa law enforcement agencies sa Mexico. First, candidate must be a Mexican citizen and usually between the ages of 18 to 35 years old. Second, they should have a clean criminal record, meet specific educational requirements, and pass physical and psychological evaluation. Third, additional background check and character assessment are often required to minimize corruption risks. Training academies, National Guard trains at specialized facilities that offer courses on federal law enforcement, public security, and anti-organized crime. And state and police is trained at state-run academies where they cover local and regional policing, public safety, investigative skills, and community engagement. Some municipalities are also provide specialized academies or training programs. Training curriculum. The curriculum includes basic police skills, ethics, human rights, criminal law, and use of force. A specialized unit may receive training in tactical response, drug enforcement, and organized crime prevention. Training is designed to meet the requirements of the specific level of policing. Municipal recruits focus more on community policing, while federal trainings are prepared for high-risk operations and federal crimes. Examinations and certifications. Recruits must pass exams in both knowledge and physical skills, after which they are certified for duty. Certifications ensure they meet the standards set by Mexico's national public security system. Continuous training. Active officers undergo periodic training to stay updated on new techniques, laws, and public security trends, helping improve professionalism and adapt to evolving security challenges. In Mexico, they have a different weapons, equipments, and firearms like pistol. Pistol, may mga different types of pistol rin sila like Glock pistol, FNP-40, Jericho 941, Heckler & Koch USP, and CZP-09. They have also a different types of long guns like Beretta AR-1790, Beretta ARX-160, CZ-805 Brand, FN FAL, Galil Ace, and Heckler & Koch G3. May mga rifles din sila, sniper rifles, gaya ng Barrett M82, DSR-50, Heckler & Koch MSG-90. They have also machine guns like FN Mag, FN Mini-Me, Heckler & Koch HK-21, IMI Negev, M2 Browning, M60E4. May mga shotguns rin sila like Mossberg 500. Tapos, may mga grenade launchers rin sila. They have Heckler & Koch AG-36 Milcor MGL. Yun yung mga types of firearms, equipments, and weapons sa Mexico. And ito naman yung mga rank and insignia of Mexican police. Ito yung mga basic scale or basic rank. Meron dito yung constable, leading constable, senior constable, and sergeant. Tapos, officials. Ito yung mga sub-officials, officials, sub-inspector. Tapos, inspector. Ito yung mga rank nila. Inspector, chief inspector, inspector general. And commissioners, commissionary, chief commissionary, commissionary general, and Commissioner General. The rank from Commissioner to Commissioner General wear more complex rank insignia involving the 7-pointed star of the Federal Police Badge above 1 to 5-pointed stars placed between two stripes. Uniforms of Mexican Police. The officers wear dark blue tactical uniform with badges, insignia, and the Mexican flag on their shoulders, and some officers wear caps with insignias while others wear Barrett's hat. The uniforms include pants and black tactical boots. Some officers have body armor labeled with Policia and carry equipments like radios, batons, and handscuff on their belt. Pag-uusapan naman natin yung mga best practices ng Mexico's police system. Mexico's police reform initiatives are designed to improve trust, accountability, professionalism, and responsive within law enforcement. Community policing strengthen ties with communities to build trust and gain cooperation. Accountability and transparency, establishing oversight bodies to investigate misconduct and enhancing public trust. Professional trainings, providing an ongoing skills training in areas like conflict resolution, human rights, and culture sensitivity. Use of technology, implementing tools like body cameras and predictive analytics to monitor officers and improve efficiency. Specialized unit, creating focus team for specific crimes to improve expertise. International collaboration, working with global organizations for training and intelligence sharing. Anti-corruption measures, strengthen recruitment and monitoring to reduce corruption. Gender equality and inclusivity, promoting diversity within the police force, improving responses to sensitive cases. Human rights focus, training officers to respect rights, minimize force, and ensure fair treatment. Rapid response system, upgrading emergency response system to improve coordinations and response times. And the last one is public engagement, involving the community in decision making to improve transparency and accountability.